A Freedom of Information request to almost 20 police forces across the country has shown that, surprise, surprise, the Metropolitan Police Force has recorded the largest number of interactions between police and women who were or were potentially pregnant, where police have used tasers, dogs, incapacitant spray and batons. The Freedom of Information request reveals that between January 2018 and June 2021, there were 2,556 occasions when incapacitant spray or force was recorded on risk assessments as being used by Met officers on self-described pregnant or possibly pregnant women and girls. In total, the Freedom of Information request shows that the Met made 4,117 arrests of self-described pregnant or possibly pregnant women over this period, meaning that more than half of recorded interactions with these women involved some use of force, including handcuffing, body restraints, body restraints and spit hoods, alongside the use of tasers, dogs, incapacitant spray and batons. A Metropolitan Police spokesperson said the use of taser is sometimes necessary to protect the individual, themselves or the wider public, adding that officers are trained in understanding the risks of using the device on vulnerable people. In 92% of Metropolitan Police Service cases, the use of taser only goes as far as a red dot challenge, which brings the matter to a successful resolution without the need of any other force. It would be impossible to constrain the decision-making of officers to only deploy a taser as a last resort option, as it is impossible to create a policy for every set of circumstances with which they may be presented. The youngest female who was self-described pregnant or possibly pregnant who was arrested and subjected to restraint was a 12-year-old girl in 2020. However, the force used against her was not disclosed by the police force. The Metropolitan Police spokesperson said, on occasions there may be instances where the officer finds themselves in a position of having to use force on someone who is of a young age. Any such use is accountable by the officer in law. Naomi Delap, director of Birth Companions, a charity specialising in the experiences of pregnant women in the criminal justice system, said that we're deeply concerned about reports of the use of spit hoods, tasers and pepper spray being used on women who said they were pregnant. Those methods must be a last resort across the board. There has to be a very strong justification for them to be used because of the risks involved. The application to the current College of Policing guidance on limiting the use of force where a woman makes a declaration that she is pregnant should also be reviewed, with consideration given to whether this should be make specific reference to the use of spit hoods and tasers in these situations. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with people assaulting each other, whether it's the public assaulting police or police assaulting the public. And police, just as we the public, should have the right to protect ourselves and each other. Although our right to protection has and is being slowly taken away, but there is no mention in this report of the crimes the women are said to have committed. And as I doubt very much that many of these interactions involved a woman with a weapon, then I find myself wondering how big, strong, well-trained police constables should need to use tasers, batons, dogs and incapacitant spray on women in general, never mind pregnant women. Now, I get that women with a bun in the oven can be subject to some hormone changes and can make them total bitches. But seeing as police rarely go about single crewed these days, I wonder how 2 or more police constables cannot manage to control a situation with a pregnant woman. I find it highly disturbing and dangerous for this kind of force to be used on men, never mind women who have identified or who have been identified as being pregnant. It seems to me that almost all accountability has gone out the window, giving many police carte blanche to basically do what the fuck they want, with little chance of repercussions because the force will cover for them as much as they can. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.